First up, Ukraine. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer told a virtual summit of world leaders that they must keep up the pressure on Moscow, saying Vladimir Putin was trying to delay a ceasefire. The 30-day truce proposed by the US has been backed by Ukraine, but Russia has set conditions to be met before it can agree, one of which is recognition of Ukrainian territory that it's occupied. Let's hear Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's thoughts on that.
Our position is that we do not recognise the occupied Ukrainian territories as Russian in any case. I say right away that this is a sensitive issue. I understand our position and realise that this is exactly what the Russians need. Where the Ukrainians are stubborn, that's where they will put the pressure.
Keir Starmer said military chiefs from the so-called Coalition of the Willing will meet again in the UK on Thursday. We can hear more now from Gulliver Cragg, our Ukraine correspondent.
From Ukraine's point of view, it's good that the leaders of this Coalition of the Willing are on the same line as Volodymyr Zelensky in saying that Vladimir Putin is clearly not keen on this ceasefire idea and that more pressure needs to be put on him. But at the moment, they haven't really made any concrete steps towards putting any pressure, and it's happening as a coalition of the willing because it can't happen as the European Union. The United Kingdom left the European Union. Hungary and Slovakia inside the European Union are not on the same wavelength at all. Hungary yesterday was saying that it would not accept Ukraine entering the European Union. Budapest seeming to be aligning with Moscow ever more, just as Washington is. And that's the real problem here. The pressure the Ukrainians feel, and I think that the Coalition of the Willing members also know it, needs to come from Washington. It was the Americans who said, after they met with the Ukrainians in Saudi Arabia, that if Vladimir Putin did not agree to this ceasefire proposal, they would either increase sanctions on Russia or increase aid to Ukraine, or at least that was how the Ukrainians presented the results of the discussions. So far, we haven't seen any steps in that direction. The Trump administration is saying that it is optimistic, that talks are going well, that they think this ceasefire can happen, and they believe that Vladimir Putin wants peace. Volodymyr Zelensky doesn't believe that Vladimir Putin wants peace at this stage. He can be happy that his European counterparts agree with him, but until the Americans can be persuaded that they too need to put more pressure on the Kremlin, it doesn't seem very likely that this ceasefire will happen.